All right, we're going to try Instagram one more time. Hey, y'all, what's going on? I'm about to try something real quick. We're going to try to do Instagram live too before we get into the show. I'm going to try to see if I can. We're going to try it one time, then we're going to get into. So just bear with me. I'm trying to see if I can get this Instagram live going too at the same time. I was working on this the other day, so just give me a second and I'm gonna see. This is my first time doing it, so have patience. But I want to see if it will work. Let me see this. Yeah. Copy, boom, paste. Do that. Copy, paste. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see if I can get the Instagram going. Let's see if it'll let me get it. Okay, period. Oh, wow. Okay, so I should be live on both. Hold on. Okay, am I live on both? Can y'all hear me? Is it working? Period, all right. Get in here. We're trying some things real quick, but I want to make sure there's no echo. Let me know if there's an echo or a delay on Instagram. If so, we'll just end the live and we'll keep it on YouTube. But we're about to get into some things, okay? Let's go. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Get in here, everybody, get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Well, there's a big difference between you. I'm on a whole nother level. These bitches is out of their league. These bitches ain't bad like me. These bitches not better than me. These bitches can't count them at the 1 or 2 or the 3. Bitch, you say you look up to her, but really you look up to me. Okay. Oh, is it a delay? If it's a delay on Instagram, let me know because I'm gonna end it. All right. So we got to get into some things today. This is messing me up. All right. We'll work through it. So here's the tea. We got to talk about Nicki Minaj and this new album and her debuting at #1. Okay. So Nicki Minaj has debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making this her 3rd debut. How are we doing on YouTube? This is still new. Are we good here? We good on YouTube. Oh, nobody's tripping on YouTube. Okay. So if y'all can bear with it, let's just get through it and then we'll keep going. All right. So the topic of today's video is stop comparing Cardi B's invasion of privacy to Nicki Minaj's 5th project, Pink Friday 2. Okay, so here's the thing. Don't start calling me. No. So now everybody want to start calling me as soon as I go on live. Don't call me if I'm on live. Don't call me. Got all day to call me. Let me get. Hold on. Hold on. Jesus. Hold on. All right. So first of all, let's just talk about Nicki Minaj. Pink Friday 2, 228,000 sales. Now, some people will argue 328. I don't know. They say Billboard took 100,000 copies due to the contest. I don't know. What we see on paper is 228 for Pink Friday 2. Okay, 92,000 of those are pure sales. For me, from my knowledge, pure sales is like actual albums sold, purchased music, not streaming. So that's a pretty big deal. Almost 100,000 copies with the albums actually being sold. People going to the store, people buying the music, people buying vinyls and purchasing through iTunes and going into the stores and buying the CDs. I bought 2 CDs. So that is really, really huge. Okay. Now, Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper with 3 #1 albums. Okay? I think I have a screenshot of what the other girls have going on. Nicki Minaj, 3. Foxy Brown, 2. Real Eve, 1. Lauryn Hill, 1. Cardi B, 1. Hold on. Now, three. This album was a phenomenal project. I thought it was really, really good. A lot of people didn't give it a chance in the beginning. It was one of those albums that you have to listen to a couple of times. Usually by the second time you understood it, you got it, right? You got it. You understood what was going on with the project. It is a body of work. It was a body of work. And I feel as though this is one of Nicki Minaj's best albums. Now, there's an online debate saying that Nicki Minaj should have sold more and did not sell Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy, which is Cardi B sold 255,000 copies, okay? And so we're going to get into that. I'm just trying to get my foot. I'm trying to make sure everything is right. But we're going to get into this because the topic today is stop comparing the 2 albums. And I'm going to tell you why. I love everybody. But at some point, we cannot compare Cardi B's 1 album, 1 studio album, to Nicki Minaj's 5th project. It is not the same. Let's start here first. Nicki Minaj's debut album outsold Cardi B's debut album. Nicki Minaj sold 375,000 copies. Cardi B's debut album sold 255,000 copies in the streaming era. Make sure you put streaming era because Nicki Minaj was straight pure sales. Okay? Straight pure sales. We're not here to take anything away from Cardi B. Cardi B has amassed a lot of success. Her album broke records. It made her a part of this conversation. Okay? She's got #1 singles, hits off of that album. Cardi B, Diamond Records, Grammy Award winner, all of these things. This is why she's a part of the conversation. She broke through, broke barriers, and did things that many women weren't able to do. Okay? However, at some point, we need to update that resume. Because we're not talking about debut album versus debut album, because then there's still no argument. But the problem is, people are holding on to Cardi B's 1 album to compare it against everybody's stuff. Cardi B's accolades from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when new stats are being put on the board. Yeah, people have, Cardi B got 5 #1 records. But also, to date, Cardi B has no album. Cardi B didn't even get a top 10 this year. So I just think it's a little unfair to try to discredit the work that Nicki Minaj has put in, being an artist for 15 years, a female rapper at that, managing to get a #1 album in an era where we know people are not streaming music like that right now. And this is not the era of hip hop right now. There's no female rapper doing numbers like Nicki Minaj is doing. I don't care if you're talking Doja Cat, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, none of these girls that you guys are like are putting up these numbers. Not any of these girls are cracking 100K. So put some respect on the girl's name and don't try to compare Nicki Minaj's 5th project to a debut album. Because see, now, this is not about anything personal other than the music. This is what we like to get into. I don't care about the husbands and the beef now. Let's talk about the music. I was on a Spaces the other day, literally yesterday, and I was asking the fans, I said, hey, what is it that you like about Cardi B? Why are you a Cardi B fan? What do you like about Nicki? The Cardi B fans couldn't tell me a single thing that they really liked about Cardi B musically. It went into, they just like her. They found her on Love and Hip Hop. She's funny, she's talented. So it sounds like there's an influencer fan base there. And what happens is these fan bases get to the point where they try to hold on to the one accolade for the sake of arguments to discredit the work of Nicki Minaj in her artistry, when I just don't think that that's fair to do. You don't have to take anything away from Cardi B and her accomplishments, but at some point, girl, her resume needs to be updated. We're not going to keep comparing Invasion of Privacy to every single thing. You're not comparing my 5th project to your one debut album. Hell, everybody's debut album should do big. But at some point, can you do it again? And if and when you do it again, that's when we start to really get into the conversation of, Queen and this and who's that, and really we can have a beefier conversation. I can't have no conversation about your one breakthrough viral moment. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. Comparing Nicki Minaj's 5th project to Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy is something like comparing me and you. If me and you get into a fight, you happen to black my eye one time, and then the security jump in the minute you black my eye, I couldn't get my lick back on you. You won that. You got one. You got it off. You ate that. You did that. But give me my round now when the security's out the way. But then you tell me when it's time for round 2, oh, I don't want to fight no more. I already won. I already beat you. I already hit you. I'm tired of fighting. No, girl, you got lucky. You hit me. But, girl, you didn't want to get back out in the ring because, girl, you know that there might be a possibility that I'm going to black your eye or you might not black my eye. So you want to keep the win on you. So now, girl, you done got lucky and hit me. Security broke it up. Now they saying security, okay, we going to give you 30 seconds. Y'all get back in the ring. Now you don't want to fight no more because you got the win. No, girl, show me that you can whoop me. Do it again. Or get close to it. I don't want to keep hearing about your win from 70. Yes, you got that. Where are you today? Because I'm still putting stats on the board. Top 10s, single solos, and #1 albums. Don't compare me to one album. It's not the same. And make sure when you compare me, you make sure you add streaming era. Because for the 2010s and the 2020s, no female rapper has outsold Nicki Minaj. So reword it however you have to reword it to fit your W. But if we go debut for debut, Nicki Minaj has that too. So I'm just saying, we don't need to compare those things because it's not fair to try to discredit the work that this woman has done as a music artist. Now, I'm not saying that you got to take anything away from Cardi B, but Cardi B's not out right now. Why are we talking about Invasion of Privacy? At some point, I'm 5 albums in. I've taken the risk to not have, out of 3 out of 5 albums, 3 of them went #1. That means 2 of them didn't. I took that risk. That happened. But I have 3 #1 albums now in the country. I don't care about your debut album. Yeah, girl, you got that. At this point, you got lucky. And if it's not luck, show me that it's not luck and do it again. Until then, don't compare me to that. That's what I'm saying. Until then, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. Nicki Minaj has literally dominated from 2010 and the 2020s as far as influence and album sales, and has been steady here, steady relevant. So I just think that whether you like her, whether you don't like her, you should give her the respect or give her flowers as an artist, as a musician. Let's take the personality out of it. I just think musically, she did what needed to be done. She got her #1 album. And now people are saying, well, you know, Cardi B has more accolades. She's got more she's got a Grammy. She's got her 5 #1 records. Well, Nicki Minaj is on 3. Cardi B's last #1 record was 3 years ago. At this route, why we keep comparing? Like, you get what I'm saying? So my thing is this. I just feel like I think it does a disservice for the Cardi B and Cardi B fans to almost use that invasion of privacy as a crutch, because it almost feels like, all right, well, girl, you're only as good as your last project. So if you don't drop anything else, that's fine. You broke some records with that album, but at some point you just become a one-hit wonder. And if I'm Nicki Minaj, don't compare me to a one-album wonder. We're not the same. Sometimes lightning strikes. And it struck for her. But consistently, I've been doing this. And it's showing. And I just think that's just what it is. So I think the comparison should really stop, because at the end of the day, there's no comparison, a one-time thing, to me dropping 5 projects. I'm showing you that I'm going to continuously get in the ring, whether the album goes #1 or it doesn't go #1. Cardi B has not got back out in the ring. Now she gets back in here, she does it again. We're on here, we're cheering her on. We're living for it. Yes, show us. No one's saying that she can't do it. But what we're saying is, girl, I'm tired of debating invasion of privacy. You got that. You got the win on that. You did that. Can you do it again, or was it luck? Prove that it wasn't luck. So now the girls are not going to like that. Y'all not going to like that, but it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. You can't, at this point, Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. And she has set the pace. And let's be very clear here. Cardi B doing 255 on her first album. Nicki Minaj doing 238 on her 5th. What is that? Well, like 20-something thousand more? I don't know. Y'all do the math. But me on my 5th album, 15 years in the game, in the era of people really not streaming music like that, where Drake's numbers are low for him, and he's like, you know, he's one of those big, he gets, you know, 500, 600, 700,000 first week. So if they're even low for him in the 4s, I'm still doing close to your debut. So what does that look like for you? I'd like to see it. If we're going to start comparing. Because I wasn't that far from your debut. And a debut is totally different than a 5th thing project. Everybody's debut is usually, that's the breakout moment. You know? And some, you know, breaks bigger than the others. So I just personally feel as though you comparing somebody with one album and at this stage of the game to try to diminish Nicki Minaj's #1 third album I just think that that's not fair. I think that it's not, at this point, it's not about the music. If we're talking musically, Nicki Minaj is leading the pack for female rap right now. And when she wasn't, I would say it. When Cardi B was running it, I said it. Cardi B is not running it anymore. She was. She has left that ship sail. Perhaps she'll pick up the baton, but at this point, we need some top 10s. We need number ones. We need number one album. We need fire. And we can't say that she wasn't trying to get fired because you went and pulled Megan Thee Stallion. You dropped up. You jumped on the Lotto disc. So you were trying to get in rotation. It didn't stick. So let's just call a thing a thing. I don't care whose side you're on. Musically, Nicki Minaj is running it right now. She's on top. Number one album, about to go on tour. Highest female rapper debut this year. And hell, in the 2020s. It is what it is. You don't like it, but you may not like everything about her and her personality, but the woman is a staple, 15 years in the game, and she proved, and I said this at the beginning of the year, I said by the end of the year, we're going to revisit the conversation and talk about who is the queen. And at this stage of the game, Nicki Minaj is undeniably, very clear the queen of rap, to the point where Cardi B has taken a hiatus. Oh, I knew somebody was going to be upset today. Call it ass kissing, call it whatever you want. But the problem is this. Now we're talking about music. Now we're talking about music. So this is what gets me up. We're talking about the music. I don't care about the clothes. I don't care about the fashion. I don't care about the music videos. I don't care about a whip shot. I don't care about a perfume. I'm not buying Nicki's perfume. I'm not buying Cardi B's whip shots. I don't care about none of that. I care about the music. Feed us musically, and then we can talk. This is why when I was on that Spaces the other day, I asked the Cardi B fans, I said, hey, why are you Cardi B fans? None of them said music first. I said, name me a Cardi B bar. They couldn't do it. Then I started naming them. Then they started getting turned up. So my thing is this. Let's just be honest. You know, a lot of you guys don't hold your faves to the same standards. A lot of you guys just like Cardi B as a personality and influencer. It's not about the music. You only use the music to try to compare for argument and purposes against Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? But you could care less. If she stopped doing music today, you don't care. The hunger is not really there for her to do music. The hunger is only there for her to do music so that you can go and argue on Stan Twitter. But it's not because there's a passion for the things that she's saying and the lyricism and all of these, the delivery of it. It's more to compare, look, she got this. This is the numbers here. This is the numbers there. But if that's your favorite artist, you know, you should really love her for the music, because I'm here for the music. And musically, right now, Nicki Minaj is feeding us. And, you know, in true Nicki Minaj form, I cannot wait for the idea of her to come out and say, which I feel like she's going to do, no major video, no this, no that, no videos, is still doing numbers. But as much as I want the videos, as much as I want the colorful rollout, I think this was a decent rollout because it made you listen to the music. We're taking it back to where when I listened to this album, I took my headphones, I got in my bed, I turned off the TV, and I got under the covers and I listened to the album. Me and my friends were in our group chat. We were talking about our favorite songs. And then when I said I didn't like it, I didn't know how I felt about it. I'm on Twitter. They're like, listen again. I'm on the second listen. So I sat and I listened. I didn't run to come do a live video. I didn't run. I said, well, let me listen one more time. That is what it was a nostalgia for me, and that's when I fall in love with an artist, because I like when an artist can grab my attention to make me listen to a project from top to bottom, and I'm listening to the words, I'm listening to the you know, to how they lay out the songs. I'm looking for how it makes me feel. I'm trying to find myself within the album. What songs do I like? What songs do I don't like? What songs do I resonate? What is the message here? You know, that's fun for me when I'm consuming music. You know, obviously I get the tea and things like that, but I'm saying those things matter to me. And I think that with this project, she created that, she created that environment. She created that space. She created that moment for us to be like, okay, let's dive through this project and let's see what we like. Let's see what we don't like. You know, let's really see what resonates. Find yourself in this project. And this is not no ass kissing, but I'm a fan of the music. And when Cardi B drops hers, I'm going to do the same thing. But what I'm not going to keep doing is every time a new girl drops something, compare invasion of privacy, because at some point, okay, girl, you got that. You want to you got the Grammy. You got that is what made you who you are. What's going to make you stay? Because at some point the argument gets like, next, and what are you doing for me lately? You know what I'm saying? I think that that's fair. Hold on, let me just make sure. So we on Instagram too, child. Oh, child, we on Instagram Live. How we looking on Instagram? Let me check and say, child, we here, baby. We in the place. Now, there was something else I was gonna say. Well, let me see if I could take some calls. Let me see if that works. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work. Somebody said hating on Cardi. This is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of those fans. You're not fans of her music. You're a fan of Cardi B, the influencer. So this conversation is not for you. This is the problem. This is why she hasn't dropped an album, because you guys are not really thirsty for the music. You see, Nicki Minaj is having to go and put out Roman because the people are like, bitch, where's Roman? Hell, Rihanna can drop something today. Rihanna can drop a Fenty Beauty collab today. There's going to be somebody in the comments that say, where's the album? You guys coddle Cardi B and it's okay. We'll buy the whip shots. It's okay. It's okay. We like the personality, and that's fair. But everybody's not hating on her because they're saying, I don't want to keep hearing about how invasion of privacy outsold this, that, and the third. Because at some point it's going to be like, okay, girl, you did that. But if you want the respect, command the respect, get the respect, and put out some more work. It is what it is. You can't sit up here and down or try to down this Nicki Minaj and everything that she's accomplished when this woman is still putting out work. She put out top 10 records this year. Top 5 records this year. Single solo records. Top 20 records this year. A #1 album this year. Sit down. We want to talk. We're not talking husbands. We're not talking personal life. Get a lady her credit. She ate the girls up this year. She won. This was her year. She came through and she cleared it. Cardi B was out. Then she decided, okay, I'm just going to hang it up for the rest of the year and I'm going on hiatus. What hiatus? So let's not do that. Because if it was the other way around, I'll be giving the same energy. But we're talking music now. And y'all keep bringing up these stats, so let's make it clear. Somebody said he's looking for an interview. I don't give a damn for an interview. I don't give a damn about an interview or anything. Girl, this is what we talk about here. You don't like it, you can dip. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't, it's still the facts remain the same, that she had a good album. I said it was good. You've seen a lot of people jumped on YouTube to try to go against the grain and say the album was trash. Then they're all doubling back and saying how great the album is. The album was good. The album was good. The problem is this. You guys are mad because you don't have anything to talk about on the other side. It is what it is. Let's see if I can open up the call lines. Hopefully it works today. I don't know if it's gonna really work. We're gonna try because it was tripping yesterday. But shout out to the people on Instagram and shout out to the people on YouTube. Yes, we get into some things today. Hold on, y'all. Let's say.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
They're having some technical issues. Let's see if it go. Ciao.
Welcome to Blog Talk.
I want to see if y'all can call in. Try to call in. The number is 563-999-3658. Hopefully, Blog Talk been tripping for a minute. Let me see. Yes. Come on for the super chat. 7677. You're live
Since
on
it
the air.
appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
7677. You're live on the air. Can you hear me? Hold on. Damn.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Dang. It ain't working, y'all. 9179. Dang. I just thought we was going to be able to do it. It ain't going to work. I tried. I'll read the comments, though. Or we can do a spaces after. Galliano with the $100 super chat says, and they gagged when Cardi was in Beyonce's film as if Nicki doesn't have 2 songs in the video plus 2 performances, one in Paris with Beyonce. Oh, and don't forget about Beyonce's little song she wrote for Nicki, and near Nicki where she called the queen. See, y'all going into all of those different things like that. Yeah, I'm just here for the music, but yes, I agree. Hold on. Somebody on the comment said, at this point, Nicki doesn't have anything to prove. At this point, she doesn't. Nicki doesn't have anything to prove to anybody else. She's got that. And I think Cardi B has to prove everything to herself now. Can you outdo yourself? Do you want to do this? Do you love this? That is where we are now. The comparisons of Nicki and Cardi at this point, right now, there's no need. There's no need to compare. Because what we're doing is, Nicki Minaj has been out longer than Cardi B. And catch this. It's getting... She's been out longer. But she's breaking more relevant records today. Like, she's putting up more relevant stats. You guys are living off of a pocket of Cardi B stats, which is fine. But if we living off of pockets of stats, Nicki Minaj, everyone has had pockets of stats in their coming. What are you doing currently? Like, how long are we going to live in yesteryear? That's like me telling y'all
Welcome
how
to
I
Blog
used to
Talk
be the
Radio.
fastest track player in high school and how I used to just be the dancing king and how I just, back day, I was at some point, what are you doing today, nigga?
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions,
You feel me?
press 2.
Are you doing anything currently?
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this call in. Okay, 7677, you live on the air, but it ain't doing it. Let me see. I'm trying to get it, y'all. Can you hear me? Hello? Dang. Blog Talk has really been mean. All right. I tried. We're going to go on Spaces later.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. Let me read some of your comments. They say you're always trying to erase history. Not trying to erase history, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is let's not erase history, but let's stop trying to create new history. See, the problem is people want to try to live in the past, but if the roles were reversed, because let me tell you this.
Transferring to operator.
Let me tell you this. The minute Cardi B next year, if she decides to finally put out an album and it does numbers or whatever, then invasion of privacy is forgotten about. Then we're not talking about anything that Nicki has done. It's all gonna be, oh, look. So what I'm saying is let's all have the same grace for everybody. Respect the woman in her artistry and her movement and what she was able to do. Musically, as a female rapper, been in the game 15 years, having 3 #1 albums, being the highest selling female rapper. Let's take Cardi B out of it. Let's talk about Doja Cat. Y'all live for Doja Cat. She's the Spotify girl. Couldn't even crack 80K. Beam Me Up Scotty outsold Scarlett. Let's talk about it. Doja Cat couldn't even outsell a mixtape. But that's the girl y'all are saying is the queen. So again, the facts are the facts. None of these girls is fucking with Nicki Minaj. Whether you like her or you don't, and this is not me blowing her balls, this is just what it is. Doja Cat couldn't even crack 80K, let alone 100, let alone 92,000 in pure. Nicki Minaj outsold Doja Cat in pure sales alone. What? You want to talk, let's just talk about it. You got to get a lady her credit on that.
Thank you for using Blog Talk
Give
Radio.
her
Goodbye.
her flowers on that. Like, you got to get a girl, you got to get a girl their flowers. It's no shade. It's no shade. It's no shade. What else? It's a lot going on. Child, I really wish I could get y'all on here to call in. It's pissing me off that I cannot get y'all on here. But Blog Talk is sending me. Oh. Hello? 3052? Can you hear me? Hold on. It's sending me that I cannot get y'all on here. It's pissing me off. I'm about to be done with Blog. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe if I do StationHead, maybe you guys can hear me through StationHead. You guys can call in through StationHead. Let me see if we can do that. Let me see if I can get you guys girls, get y'all on here through StationHead. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get y'all on here through StationHead. Let me see. I want to see if I can get you guys on here through the StationHead call in. Let me see if I can get you on through here. Dang, I gotta log in. I haven't logged into here in a minute. Hold on, chill. Oh my God, nothing is working. This is when you be trying to do like, okay, it ain't, the call line ain't working, y'all. My bad. We have to do it another time. All right. Let me read some of these comments. They said, Nicki's the girl right now. She's top 5 in rappers right now. She's keeping it consistent. You're only as big as your last hit. Let's talk about the marketing work Nicki put in from deluxe albums, calendars, and media. Period. Okay, let's talk about it. So apparently, Nicki went on a press run too. I like the press run. I like the Gag City. I loved all that. Big facts. It's a big difference between me and you. Shout out to you. And don't forget, Doja Cat had 6,000 pure sales while Drake's album had 10K pure sales. So, I mean, it's just a time for, the barbers to be able to, gloat a little bit. But it doesn't take away from what the other girls are doing. But don't try to use that invasion of privacy to demean the work that Nicki Minaj has put in. That's all I'm saying. What are y'all saying over here on Instagram? Buying vinyls, big fans, big barbs. Cardi somewhere on her sympathy. It's not about the music. It's about the personality. Sexy Red is replacing. Cardi B should have just hit the studio when Nicki was at home being a mom. No other female rapper unless you count Doja Cat as a rapper, which I didn't do. This is okay. Yes. Girl, y'all are going in. And the girls are not liking what I said. But at the end of the day, it is the truth. These are facts. Can I do a spaces on here? Let me see. Can I do a spaces on my computer? Let me see. But spaces, y'all be having me on there too long. I don't want to be on there because we was on there for a long time. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to get y'all to be able to call in. Can I do a spaces on here? Let me see. How do I do a tweet? No, I cannot do a spaces on here. Let me see if I can do it like this. Hold on. Let me get creative. Pink. Friday. 2. I just don't think it's fair. Okay, let me try something. I'm about to try something. We're about to say. Hold on, let me see. But y'all definitely not about to get on here while I'm doing this and be getting on my nerves. Cause y'all like to get on my nerves. Let's see if the people can hear. Hold on. Oh, there it go. I know y'all heard that. Oh, this could be fun. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, talk to me. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Oh, you might not be able to hear me. Oh, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, talk to me.
Can you hear? Oh, hi. Well, congratulations to Nicki for her #1 album. And I just hope that, she keeps it coming. I like the fact that she made an effort. At least she got out there. It's hard to put an album out. So
Mm-hmm.
she did it. So congrats. She broke a lot of records, and hopefully these girls are not, it really goes to show that people are really on her on Twitter, but no rollout, no videos, no interviews, no $1 million budgets. But she sold over 200K. And that's really a good thing. That's a feat. Like to
Mm-hmm.
be able to say I sold 200K and I didn't get the 80 million radios and the 4 videos and all that stuff. I didn't do all that, and I still outsold these girls. That's a testament to her fan base. People say that she needs to distance from her fan base. I think that's a plus for her. Like she's attached to her family because they're gonna go hard for her and support her music. So I think that's a great thing. Congratulations.
Okay, let me bring somebody else on.
And
Okay, Javante, let's go. We're gonna bring y'all on, but don't interrupt because we are on YouTube right now. So y'all are gonna take your time with this, okay? Everybody's gonna speak at one, not at one time. Okay, go ahead. Who gonna go?
Make sure you let them know not to curse on this space because spaces they be giving it up.
Yes, do not give it up like that, or you will be blocked and banned for life. Okay, go ahead.
But I just wanted to say Cardi B won the battle, but Nicki won the war. Now we can park our stuff. I'm so happy for her. I just need her to start rolling out these videos. And I understand why she didn't give it to us before, because we need to indulge in the music first.
It's time to let the invasion of privacy comparisons go. We're not finna sit here and compare a debut album to a fifth studio album. This is not happening. There's just no comparison in general.
Amen.
Every Cardi B fan just needs to stop doing that. They make sure to put streaming era in front of everything, and it still doesn't matter.
Right, they won't compare debut albums, though.
The thing with Nicki Minaj that Cardi has over her is when Cardi does a production, it's not lazy. I feel like Nicki Minaj has this like lazy tang to her, like what she does. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but like there's more like.
I can explain
I feel like she's trying to prove that she doesn't.
Do we have a problem? Was not lazy. That was production right there.
Right.
Right.
You can just trying to prove that she doesn't have to do the most. She could have released music videos. She could have had a big rollout the same way that she did for "Do We Have a Problem." I feel like she's very capable of doing
Even
that.
if
She
Nicki
just felt
would
like
have
she did not have to.
Okay. Let me bring facts. Let me bring facts into this. Right. Let me bring facts into this. Let's do a side by side of every live performance Cardi B has done and every live performance Nicki has done. Cardi B has ate Nicki up so bad.
We're not talking about performances. We're not, because even in those performances,
Hold on. Okay, listen, I have to mute everybody.
Listen to what I'm saying. You're not even letting me
let him land. Listen, this is why I have to mute everybody. We cannot do that. We're broadcasting live to thousands of people. We need to relax. One person, let him land. Okay, go ahead. Whoever is going, let him land, and then we're gonna go ahead.
Okay, yeah. This is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to compare, but what I'm saying is when Nicki Minaj does something, she seems kind of lazy. I don't know if it's like because she already has the barbs, and I'm a barb, and she already has that, and she knows the barbs got her back. But it's kind of just like, I'll do that. But when Cardi does something, there's a production, there's a professionality, there's just this like thing to it. Mm-hmm. So I just wish that Cardi could just trust that like she has it, but she's too busy worried about what Nicki Minaj is doing and what the fans are saying, and like she's too like scared of it. But I just wish she knew what she already had. Like she has it, she just has to put it out.
So can I speak to that?
And okay, hold on. Let me say this though. Let me say this in the Nicki Minaj, defense or. Here's the thing, not even defense. It's more of a, like, I get that for Cardi B, but at some point, this is what we're talking about when it comes to Cardi B. As much as I'm over the invasion of privacy era, I'm also over your Marnie slides, your beautiful production, your $2 million budget, your this, your that, your third, because the basis of all of that is the music. Because everything else, that's an influencer. Which is nothing wrong with an influencer. But at some point, are you an artist or are you an influencer? Now, does Nicki need to step it up? Yes, because she does definitely do lazy things. Like Cardi B is definitely more creative. But at some point, when the creative is gone, it's about the music at the end of the day. Because when I consume a body of work, the album, I didn't really need the visuals. Now the visuals can come now. I would love to see a visual element, but now I have my favorite songs and stuff. But when I fall in love with an artist, for me as a female rapper fan, I'm in my bed and I'm listening to the message and what is she saying? I'm listening to the storytelling. How does the song make me feel? How does it get me excited? What are you saying to me? Do I relate? Do I know you? I don't always care about you being best friends with the other popping girl, or you having $2 million in your video, or you having beautiful makeup and beautiful hair. Yes, we love that because that is a part of being a female rapper and just an artist in general. But at some point, we cannot rely on that. And I think that for a while, Cardi B has been using that as her formula, and that is not resonating with the people anymore. They don't care. They know you can be fashion. They know that you can wear pretty clothes, pretty hair, pretty budget. Where is the banger? Where is the album? Nicki Minaj did the opposite. She did the Beyonce effect. There's no visual. Get into this album. We still went #1. We sold over 200,000 copies. Over 90,000 pure sales. We did that with no visual. You guys sat and you listened to my album. You listened to the words that I said that were coming out of my mouth. I didn't have to give you glitz, glamour, and a bunch of pretty stuff for you to buy into it. We took it back to the streets and we put the headphones on. We had niggas going outside buying CDs. It was different. And it worked for her. So I'm just saying, like, girl, you got to get a lady her credit on that. And I just think it's fair. Okay, who want to go? Let me go. Child, I'm really running a production over here, baby. Child, I got this going. I got Instagram going. I got Twitter going. I got YouTube going. I'm really a bad bitch for real, for real. And they said a fat bitch was somewhere feeling away.
You are carrying right
okay?
Now, okay?
After all of that surgery, you are still fat. That is what gets me. Okay? Let's go.
Hey, Armon.
Yeah, turn me down in the back where I have to drop you down. So whoever that is, find it. Yeah, go ahead.
That's not me. I'm gonna say real fast. I think right now what we've seen is a lot of rap girls come up, and there's no unity in rap, right? Something we never pushed for in R&B, and it came a thing where everybody attempted to pressure Nicki to reach out and extend the ladder, and that's never a thing of pressure that you see on any other staples in any form of rap or hip hop. You never seen nobody be bullied into they need to work with this person, but Nicki Minaj. You never seen it. You never seen nobody say Beyonce has to work with this person. As many times as people mention her name, you've never seen nobody says, oh, Mary J. Blige has to work with this person. Usher has to work with this person. Would people like it? Right. Great. But it was never a thing of requirement in order for them to get some form of validity to prove her character. Nicki Minaj should never have to work with people in order to prove her character, because that's not why she's here. She's not in the industry for people to like her. Great if you do. But she's here because she's a great artist. She's talented. She is who she is. For this woman to be the only person to break a record in 2 decades, here's the thing. She is not nobody that has to prove anything.
No.
And I'm an old school rap artist. I love rap. I'm an old school fan of all things, baby. So I've been here since she was doing the mixtapes, she was freestyling, standing outside on the fucking corners. Been here. Always been a thing. Before, she even started to have the implants and stuff like that, when we only knew her for the Japanese symbol on her left arm. Been here. So all in all, I think what needs to happen is they need to stop trying to act like the girls are her peers. These are not her peers. These are not her friends. These are her co-workers. And if she chooses to work with them, they ought to be grateful. Cardi, on the other hand, Cardi came in on a time of an influencer base. Love Cardi B. I love her music. I literally love the fuck out of her music. But I think that when people constantly...
Thank you. Okay. Who's next?
Yeah, they doing too much cursing.
Way too much cursing. But let me just say this, okay? One of the things that I think that she definitely spoke on that was true is the fact that, or actually, let me go back to your other point, right? When it comes to the laziness, I don't agree with people comparing Nicki's performances now to Cardi's performances now. Let me tell you why. They're in two different positions in this rap world. People need to stop doing that. Nicki has already given us flying in from the ceiling, okay, at the BET Awards, at the VMAs. She has given us fireworks and smoke and all of these different things when she was debuting, okay?
I use the performance as an example. It was just an example.
Okay. I'm just saying, but the comparisons need to stop all around. Nicki is in her own lane. People need to stop trying to add and put algorithms and things together with other artists.
That's true.
Who she is, and people cannot take away what she said. Give me my 10s. Give her 10. She's doing it for all of those other rap girls that want to be taken seriously, right? And then when they get taken seriously, they want to be able to have longevity. But you cannot have longevity if you're seeing the other only woman who has longevity and you're trying to kick her out.
Do you think the comparison between Cardi and Nicki is only because of the industry and how they pushed Cardi?
Now, the comparison is because the comparison happened because the amount of records and breakthrough Invasion of Privacy had with Bodak Yellow, the Grammy, the single solo Lauryn Hill stat, the 5 number ones and all the number one, like that record, that album really boosted her into an algorithm that hadn't been done in a while. Like she really broke a lot of records with that album. But that is what I'm saying. You did it one time. And they're trying to use that for everything. But it's like that was a debut. Don't compare a person's debut, especially when they're afraid or nervous to put out a second. Like I said, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Eventually, girl, everybody gets lucky sometime, somewhere in life. I'm not saying that it was luck, but if it never happens again because you don't decide to go forward, then what? Then let's call it what it was. It was luck because why won't you do it again? Well, the reason why is because there was so much pressure on that album because it did so well. The idea is we have to do it again. And she could very well do it again. But there could be a possibility because you're human that it may, in times of change, that it may not happen again in that way. But it doesn't mean that you can't break records. It means you can't. Doesn't mean that you can't do what you outdo yourself. It can go either way. But the problem is, it seems like she doesn't want to take that risk to see. Because business-wise, publicly, through the eyes of the people watching, you're only as good as your last hit. And for whatever reason, it feels as though Cardi B doesn't feel as though she has another invasion of privacy moment in her. So my thing is this. If I'm Nicki Minaj, don't compare me to a woman that don't believe she's the best. Because if I do it one time, bitch, I'll do it again. That's just me. Because I do this. It's in me. I love this. It's who I am. I might be a little bit nervous, but guess what? If I fall short, I'm going to get back up and do it again because this is what I live and I breathe this shit. And so until I start to feel that energy from Cardi B musically, I don't think you can compare her to Nicki Minaj anymore. It is what it is. Oh, let me bring him up here.
A lot of people.
But what happens when it's not really in you? What happens when you are not that girl? What happens when it's the label that was pushing you? What happens then?
That's what I said.
This was
That's
only.
why she can't come back with it.
People seem to forget that Nicki broke a lot of records that Cardi B hasn't even broke
people
yet.
are the barbs. That's the bottom line. They definitely tried to make that a standard to beat, and they didn't. That's why they're clocking it now. Don't get mad at them for it. She didn't beat
The reason why
She's
Cardi
still good,
is nervous.
but they clocked it.
The reason why Cardi is nervous to drop another album is because she doesn't
At
have
the end of the day,
the
Nicki Minaj is
backing
on her 5th
from her
album, her
debut
3rd
album.
number 1
That's why
album.
she's scared to do that.
Cardi B has one album that went number 1, and for some reason, y'all think that she's on Nicki Minaj's level, and she's not.
Apparently, Nicki.
And
thinks
then
that's
on
why
top of
she
that,
reposting
there's a lot of records that
Nicki
Cardi B
Minaj
has
is
not
always
broken
close to
yet.
her stats. That's nothing
She
new.
She hasn't went on a world
She's
tour.
always
again
close to
their
her
chart
stats.
upsets. So
Her
don't get
person
mad
posting her
because she
stats
didn't
in
beat it.
2023 isn't
One
any
at a
different than her.
time. One at a time. Okay, so go ahead, big. You Big Toolie, go. Go ahead, because you came in here fire, flaming. What you got to say? They did what? One at a time.
All I'm saying is this. Legit. Look, I'm a fan of all the girls, but if you're going to be chart obsessed like Nicki is and repost all your accolades for no reason, don't get mad because this one time you didn't beat it. That's the bottom line. That's all I'm saying.
But she did.
She's not chart obsessed. She has to remind people like you that she cannot be stopped. If you are the best,
apparently she was.
If you are the best at something, trying to bring you down, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna say, "Aha, I'm still winning." That's what Nicki does. She's showing all of the naysayers that she
can we all come to an agreement that Nicki Minaj is very insecure? Can we just do that?
Oh God,
girl. No, okay. So this is what we're doing. Okay, at the end of the day, where Cardi B has done something, she's done something. We're not gonna take away the impact that Invasion of Privacy had. But if I'm Nicki Minaj, you're not gonna ignore the fact that I don't care what she did with that album. Her debut album did not do more than mine. I'm still the highest debuting female rapper of the 2010s, and now of the 2020s. Yes, she might have 5 number ones, but I have 3 number one albums. I think I'll take that. Also, let's just take it all the way to the year 20. I've also done what? 4 or 5 world tours? 3 or 4? Cardi B has done none. Nicki Minaj has dropped a single solo record this year, charted in the top 20. She had how many Billboard entries this year alone? Top 10? 1 top 5, I believe. Cardi B hasn't put up any stats this year. Nothing. But we keep getting back to this one album. At some point, I don't give a about this one album. What are you doing today? And I'm not talking about WAP during the pandemic. Like, let's just be real here. Let's be fair. Like, if y'all gonna talk, damn it, I'm getting hot. If y'all gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. But y'all can't, like, because we cook Nicki over here when it's time to cook her. But we're not gonna sit here and we're talking about the music now. We ain't talking about no personal stuff. So when we talk about the music, Cardi B is not putting up. And you can't act like that she wasn't trying to put up. You jumped on the Lotto record to put on the floor. You knew that was hot. You jumped on that. Then you tried to use the Megan Thee Stallion controversy, pull her out. That didn't do what it needed to do. So you were shooting, and then you did a press run on that. So you were shooting for a hit. Like, so let's not do that. And when all else fails, when we don't have nothing else, let's revert to invasion of privacy. Girl, that's BS. 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 And you guys know it. That's trash. This woman, Nicki Minaj, has won. This was her year. You want to talk about 2017? We're in 2023. You're trying it. You're trying it. You guys are trying it. You guys are trying it. That's not right. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair to do that. Because this woman she's put in the work. Now, as far as the album, did I love every song on the album? I like majority of the album. My favorite songs on the album, I love Pink Birthday. Pink Birthday is that song for me. It's just, I love that one. I know you guys like that. Everybody, it can come, it can go. It's a fun record, but that's just not one of my favorite songs. I like Barbie Dangerous. Single-handedly showed how she can out-rap every female rapper that's out here in the game right now. Barbie Dangerous goes crazy. Okay? Big Difference, love that. Big Difference is probably one of my favorite songs ever. The only problem is with Big Difference, and I feel like my issue with Nicki Minaj in the album, especially for the club records, is I feel like the records, instead of going, and I think my girlfriend Eva said this, instead of them taking me on a high, they start me off here and then they fall flat. Maybe musically I don't understand or my body doesn't move with it, but a lot of the beat selection was a lot of all over the place. Especially for the club ones, I didn't really feel like the beats didn't really keep me. The beat didn't, like, a lot of the ones that were supposed to be the bangers, the beat switches and change-ups, I didn't like all of that. Some of it just was like, okay, it made the song fall flat. Big Difference was one of those for me, for sure. But I felt like she could have a lot more tougher beats on this for the ones that were supposed to be the bangers. So I did feel like she kind of dropped the ball there with a lot of the beat selection for the bangers. I'm not here for a heavy singing Nicki Minaj. So those ones I could do without. Everything else I liked on the project. I like Falling For You. Red Ruby the Sleeves is that girl. Let Me Calm Down. R&B, I could have it, I cannot. The Drake record, Needle, I could have it, I cannot. You know, so, but I think overall it's a solid album. I do think that we're going to get a Cardi B record for sure now. I mean, I do think we're going to get a Cardi B album for sure next year. Nicki's everything is out. So at this point, and I do think that Cardi B probably will take hear what people are saying about Nicki, this and the third, and I think that she will make sure, I think Cardi B will definitely have more bangers on there, but it'll also be interesting too to see if Cardi B ends up using this time to, you know, do an emotional Mary J situation. Now let's talk about that. If Cardi B takes this Offset situation and she makes this her breakup album, then I could see this doing more than Pink Friday 2. If Cardi B comes and makes this a heartbreak, you know, bad bitch era album, this could be her moment. This could be the moment she needed. This could be the moment she needed. In the relationship, divorce, and give us an album. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves a heartbroken woman. The hate train is immediately over. No matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. Everybody wants to stand behind a woman that had a no good man. That's the fastest way to end a hate train. Be a female and go through a horrible relationship and have children. The sympathy and support is all the way through the roof. Megan Thee Stallion's been writing sympathy for how long now? I'm so tired of feeling bad for Megan Thee Stallion. I love Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm just saying at some point, girl, let's move on. Okay? So we're here. We're here with it. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Shout out to the 5,000 people on YouTube. Shout out to how many people we got on Instagram? Oh, wow, we got like 278 people on Instagram. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the 450 people on the Spaces, child. We are outside today. We're outside. Love that for us, guys. Love that for us. I need to get on Facebook, too. Maybe I need to get on Bigo, too, huh? Okay, boom. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on this. I just think that we need to stop doing the comparisons for right now as far as this album. We can compare them artistically, you know, but again, I think the difference between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj artistically, I think that Nicki Minaj, yes, Nicki Minaj is very lazy. And, you know, I think that Nicki Minaj at one point, she did look a lot more polished and a lot more like money to me, you know, at a point with fashion. But the fashion for me has been a mess. Hated all of those looks from the weekend. That trench coat with that skirt, didn't like that. Didn't like that. However, fashion we'll figure that out, but you can't figure out passion. And I'd rather take her passion over her fashion any day. Cardi B, yes, she has passion. She has creative. But sometimes I don't have to watch the music video. Sometimes I just want to listen and hear the message. So if I had to choose one, I would rather give me the audio book. Just give me the audio. Yeah, maybe you dress a mess. But if you're gonna give me the work, because sometimes when you're two pulled together and it's too nice, it takes too long for you to put stuff out. We got to do this. We got to get the wig. We got to get the hair. We got to get the video. We got to get the budget. We got to do this. And it's one single a year. I'm over that, girl. Give me the passion, girl. Jump on a remix. You know, Nicki Minaj is jumping on shit that she wasn't even on. I mean, she not only did she give us tracks for her album, one of my favorite songs this year is For All the Barbs. I goes between that and Pink Birthday. I go from Pink Birthday and then, because I ain't paid for my damn YouTube, the commercial thing, because I got to see, it's a logistics thing why I don't do that, because I got to check and see, whatever. But, child, I haven't paid for that, right? So I do this on my Spotify, and then, boom, I head over to YouTube, and now I'm interrupted, because now I got to listen to a commercial just so I can get to, are you pushing your pen or you're pushing your luck? Come on! She's got music sitting everywhere. This is what I'm here for. I don't give a damn about your runway. That's not me. Inspire me. Lift me up. Excite me. What are you saying? This is what I'm here for. This is music. Everything else, the runways, the whip shops, the perfume, the wigs, the hair, the nails, it comes because of the music. At least for you guys. So don't let go of the music, because that is the reason why everything else exists. And so I love that Nicki is giving us the music. Okay? Yes. Now, we're going to wrap up. Or I see somebody with their hand up. Let me see. You got your hand up. Let me see. Hand up. Okay, go ahead. Pop, go ahead. I don't know what's going on. I unmuted everybody. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you had said like the thing about Cardi B. Like, I think Cardi B, her second album will be good. Like, I think she'll go past 100K. Like, she is a seller. She's a hit maker. And it'll be successful. I don't know if it'll be as successful as her debut, but I think it will be successful. The thing is, when you wait almost a decade to put out a second album, she'll be on her second, and Nicki will be on her sixth album. So even then, it's like, you're still 4 albums behind me.
Well,
so
hold on.
Like,
well, that's not.
You got to be consistent.
Well, Nicki's also light years in the game longer than her. But at this time, being just in all fairness, Cardi B should be on her third album by now.
My point, exactly. Yes. So like, when she does decide to put the second one out, like, Nicki will be getting ready to put out her sixth one. So it's like, she has to do that catch up.
But these not her peers, so why does she be competing with them like that? That's the thing. Like, these girls all wanted to work with her. They all, in a way, gave her flowers. But she be in this competition thing, so.
No, y'all compare. It's the fans. Don't sit here and do that.
She does repost chart data when bongos came out in other songs.
Yeah, she should if she wants to.
She's competitive.
So
let's not act like that don't exist. Okay, but these are
okay. She been doing that before these bitches got in the game. Excuse me.
Okay, well, now they're new girls and they're comparing now. So what are we talking about? They're not her peers. In the league of our own, is she a legend?
Second album, though, you still can't compare it to Pink Friday too, because that is a fifth.
Which
album.
is all true.
Okay, so you're telling Nicki she shouldn't compare.
No, we're going to compare.
And this is the reason why that girl keeps on crying on social media, because y'all and her fans are putting too much pressure on her. That's why she can't put out.
She put too much pressure on
No. Hold on. She put too much pressure on herself. Let me tell you something. When you really do this, it's one thing to be nervous. And then it's like, okay, I'm nervous. This has happened. Wow. Okay, boom. I don't want to put something out. But the more time you wait, the more pressure becomes. Now she's added another layer of pressure. Because I'm tired of this whole idea that everybody wanted to work and they don't like each other. They want to battle. Cardi B, yeah, she's not Nicki Minaj on the front lines of I'm a diva, but Cardi B's a diva too. So We're not going to sit here and act like she's just so coy and timid and, I'm the girlest girl and so sweet. She's not. So she knows what numbers are. She wants hits. Hence the reason why we're waiting so long. Hence the reason why she's very calculated in how she presents her product. So my thing is this. You've now waited for this woman, not like you waited for her, but now this woman has now dropped her album, dropped a tour. Now she's got a #1 album. It's done 228,000 copies. You've now added more pressure on yourself now because now you want, in your mind, you want to beat that and probably surpass her. You want to surpass yourself and beat her. You know what I'm saying? Because now Nicki is upping the ante. And so at this point, you could have, if you would have just threw some stuff out and did what you needed to do, we could have been past whatever the second album could have done. It would have either went great or it would have went mid. Whatever it would have done, we would have gotten over it because at some point, things happen. It's music. Get it out. Let's move on. Let's get to the next step because you're an artist. This is what you do. You're here for the long haul. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. So you're here to create music that you love. This is not just about, it shouldn't just be about the Billboard numbers and things like this. This should be about the art of creating and having a great time doing it. But when you start thinking about the pressure of the fans and it have to be perfect and have to go #1, that's your competitive nature getting into your head. You feeling vulnerable. You feeling like insecure because there's so much pressure because everything has been a hit. Everything has been so perfect. You don't want to have a flop. But what's happening is you're flopping while you're trying to avoid flopping. Because there's no way that you were outside and then now you're on a hiatus. So my thing is this. Put the work out. The audience is there. The fans are there. The people are going to support her album. It's going to do well. But also, if I'm Nicki Minaj, stop comparing me. Don't compare me to this no more. Just don't. Especially this Pink Friday 2 album to Invasion of Privacy. It's just not fair. It's not fair because you're comparing a woman's debut album, her breakout album, to my 5th project. When her breakthrough album did not even outsell my debut album. So what are we comparing here? That's just what it is. And I just think that people, you can't do that. You just can't do it. And so now they're dragging me on Twitter. Now I'm trending on Twitter. I don't give a damn. Who cares? Y'all just don't like the truth. Wow. We're really getting into some things today. Wow. And I want you guys to understand that this is not saying that Cardi B cannot put out an album. This is saying put it out so that we know that you are here. My thing is this. Prove all the naysayers wrong. Prove everybody that it wasn't Sympathy and Paler. It wasn't bots. This wasn't 15 minutes. Prove that you loved it. Prove that it's not just about the money. Like, really? Because honestly, you can't, yes, this album did things, but we're at the point now where, girl, prove it to yourself. You got it. Do it. I want to see another album, and I know that she could do it. But also, if I'm Nicki Minaj, don't play with me. A lot of people like to play with Nicki, just like now, the Grammys. You nominated her for her first Grammy, which I feel like she'll win. You sitting there, you nominate me with Ice Spice. Play in my face like that. So now I'm finna have to split this Grammy with Ice Spice. I done been here 15 years in the game. She been here a year and a day, and she finna get a Grammy with me. These are the kind of games you like to play. So y'all just couldn't give me my moment. So I'm going to have to share a Grammy with Ice Spice. That's a mess. But, Nicki is not perfect. Nicki does things, so, you have to pay for what you have to pay sometime. It is what it is. But I will say she put out a fantastic body of work. She put out a fantastic body of work. And as a fan of music, as a fan of Nicki Minaj, I'm a fan of Cardi B, female rap, I think that, you know, she put out a great body of work, from club songs to emotional songs to the pop records to, you know, the Trini rap. We got it all. And now she's giving us Roman Reloaded. Or Roman is coming back, and apparently Roman is coming back to drag bloggers and YouTubers. She's been doing extensive digging, and apparently Roman is coming back to spill the tea. Let me see if I have that receipt. Let me see if I have that receipt of Roman allegedly coming back to drag the girls. Do I have that? Let me see. She is alleging that Roman will be back, and Roman is coming back to drag the girls. Let's get into it. Who do you think is on the list? Who is Roman dragging? Hold on. Roman is dragging the girls. Who is Roman dragging? Here's the tweet. She says, I have never put so many bloggers and YouTubers in a song by name before either. Y'all gonna learn that my pen works and my album is out. This is never the time to play. Who wanna play with Nicki? Also, accusing me of a crime is a big mistake. Touch God's anointed. Touch not God's anointed. I don't know who she will address. I don't know if this is a PR stunt to have all the news media talking about this and then, you know, kaboom, nothing ever happens. But I could imagine that there'll probably be a bunch of radio personalities. I feel like possibly, you know, academics can get whacked. Be interested to see if Tasha K would get a lashing. DJ Envy. Maybe Charlamagne. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be timeline worthy, though. I don't think it's going to break the internet. Nicki Minaj, while I love Nicki Minaj, one thing that I do realize about her, she's a hell of an inflator. She can get you going thinking that it's about to go crazy, and then by the time it drops, you think, girl, this is what you had me waiting for? This is what I'm gagging over? Girl, I'm not gagging. She knows how to overinflate and underdeliver at times. So that definitely could be a thing. Okay. But with that being said, let's get into some things. Oh, who want to play with Nicki? Okay, let's go. Anybody else want to hear hands up? Oh, and let's go. Talk to me. Hello? You're off mute.
Hi, Armon. Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes. Turn me down in the back.
Okay, is this better now?
No, you gotta go. You gotta be very prepared. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one at all. Okay, go ahead. Who's next?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say in regards to Cardi B and her album, I don't dislike Cardi B. I actually live for her sometimes. But in regards to her debut album, that was an album where the general public plus people that are her stands and her fans were coming to buy her album. Your second album is where you're more solidified in who you are as an artist. People like you now, people dislike you for certain reasons, whatever. This is her second album is what will solidify her fan base. You cannot compare someone's debut album. That is when we all were listening to Cardi B's album. We all were interested in hearing what she had to say. And she still did not outsell Pink Friday. So what really are we talking about? You cannot compare her debut album to Nicki Minaj's fourth album, where she was disliked by whoever didn't like her, and she was loved by who did love her. And in her fifth album, she outsold any female rapper that ever came out before her in their fifth era. They never sold as much as Nicki Minaj sold in her fourth era. They weren't putting up number 2 albums on Billboard. So what are we talking about?
Nicki and the Barbs.
Nicki Minaj has outpaced every female rapper that has ever came before her. Nicki Minaj is in her fifth era still competing with new female rappers till this day. Nicki Minaj is still a threat to female rappers that are coming into the game with all of this hype, all of this promo, all of these views, and they still cannot sell music. Nicki Minaj sells music. It was never about wigs. It was never about Little Kim and her wigs and her stances and any of that. We love Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj came and she could rap and she was entertaining. She had different personas. She had different voices. She had different flows. Nicki Minaj was getting on records with men, and she had the standout verses with men, with actual rap legends. Cardi B has not gotten on no music with no rap legend and out-rap them yet. Cardi B hasn't gotten on those ciphers. Cardi B hasn't done anything that should even make her even be able to sit next to a Nicki Minaj. What has she done in a hip-hop way? I'm not talking about in a commercial way. What has Cardi B contributed to hip-hop? She's not doing anything new. Her branding is from Nicki Minaj. That branding that she's doing is a new 2.0 of what Nicki Minaj built. Nicki Minaj was the first female rapper to ever be that globally successful and commercial ever. She brought that to the table so that there could be a Cardi B. So it's never no disrespect to Cardi B, but she do have to bow down to the queen. Because Nicki Minaj,
well, we're not going to overlook Missy Elliott.
Thank you.
Clock it.
We're not
Clock it.
going to overlook Lil Kim.
Yeah, they opened the
She
door
drew from a lot of those girls.
One of the
Her
points.
inspiration came from Lil Kim, Missy Elliott, and a lot of those other girls. Okay.
Yeah. And they opened their
She may be the queen now. I'll give her that.
They opened
but you
the
are
door.
comparing yourself to these younger 20-year-old girls. You're only proving the point that she shouldn't. If you're a legend, be a legend. It would look silly for Beyonce to compare herself to these new singers. It would look silly to do that.
She's not comparing herself. They're comparing themselves to her, and she has to.
No, she definitely. We can see the memes.
And one other thing. So there's something that no one has mentioned, right? Let's talk. If we're talking about debut albums, let's talk about the fact that Nicki came in, and all of the hype was like you said, it was around her being animated. It was around her bars. It was around her competing with Jay-Z and Kanye and all these people. When Cardi came out, right? Let's be honest. I feel like a lot of those sales came from her being a baby mom to Amigo. A lot of those sales came from the publicity around her relationship, publicity around all of that stuff. So let's talk about all the factors.
There was a hate train
when it comes to the debut.
You're skipping
right?
one part of that.
What's the one part? What's the
Most
one part?
of her sales came from the fact that was supposed to take Nicki Minaj out of the game.
Exactly.
That was supposed to take Nicki out, and it did not happen.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, and that's why they're so mad. Congrats, Nicki. Let's go. Pink Friday 2.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've gotten into some things. The fans are speaking here on Spaces. I'm talking to you. We're here on Instagram. We're here on YouTube. We have taken over the socials. We are trending on Twitter right now, getting into some things only like we do. And this is why the girls be so upset. But I don't give up. Okay? Now, you know what? I was going to be petty, but I'm just going to not. I'm going to say that for another day. But listen, I love you all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We have got into some things today. And I want to say shout out to the girls. This is what makes music exciting. I like when it's exciting. Nicki Minaj brings that excitement. However, I do think that the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they help each other grow, you know? So now I'm ready to see what Cardi B does. Excite us. Get us going. No more crashing out. Again, Cardi B's crash out was very unnecessary. I think the crash out was very problematic because it can put a negative look on her. It can make people think that she was trying to take away from Nicki Minaj's moment. So I don't believe that that's what she was doing. So, we want to, extend our virtual love to Cardi B in that way. However, at some point, we all have issues. We all have drama. We have to pick ourselves up. And remember, the passion will supersede any adversity that you're going through. If you're really passionate about your what you do, even if it's not, you're not selling, you don't have the vision, the passion, it creates the vision at some point. So it'd be interesting to see what she does in 2024. But I do feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I do feel like Nicki dropping does help her get to a point where she's like, okay, girl, I could drop. Because let's be honest, you've seen Nicki's cards now. So now you can kind of even study her stuff, take notes from what our people are saying, and do a little bit, add more to it. It's like, the person that jumps off the bridge first, you learn from them. Going second, you think, well, hey, that mama just jumped off the bridge. I don't think I should do that. Maybe I'll just go walk around the side. They just died. You learn from that. So Cardi B, Nicki took the risk. And one thing that's why I appreciate, she didn't wait for Cardi B. She said, you know what? I'm an artist. I'm not about to sit here and play this waiting game because Cardi B can wait 10 more years. I'm putting my shit out. And whatever happens, happens. She did that. Do I believe we're getting Cardi B in 2024? For sure now, because we got Nicki. There's nothing to wait for. You got it. She showed her hand. So now you can study her stuff, outdo her or whatever, add more to it. So you've seen her cards. But I'm glad that Nicki set the bar high because that means we're going to get high quality from Cardi B. So, at the end of the day, I love you all. Thanks for listening. Oh, I need Nicki Minaj to get this message. Somebody get this to her. It is ridiculous. This is the lazy part I'm talking about. This is the part that I don't like. Why is the LA ticket rolling loud? I don't want to go see a bunch of people standing outside, and then boom, I get Nicki on for a 30-minute set on Rolling Loud. That's trifling. That's unfair. She needs to add an LA tour date. Why? And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you guys subscribe to me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Our official Armon Wiggins Show Facebook page is coming in 2024. Just got to set it all up, child. However, this was fun. This is my first time literally streaming everywhere, from Spaces to Instagram to YouTube. So we're going to do more of that. I'm seeing you guys like it. I got you guys both up on the screens. So put in a 1 in the chat if it's working. But anyway, make sure you guys subscribe. So if you're on Instagram, make sure you hop over to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you guys hop over to Instagram, and both of you guys hop over to Twitter. And if you're on Twitter, hop over to both of those and just find us where we're at, just in case you missed a notification on one. All right. So I love you all. Until next time, keep that same energy. And I'll be honest with you, we might talk a couple of days, but like next week, I'm going home for a week. So we might be doing videos from a hotel. So, but I'll just be back. I'll be out of town. I'll be back home. So, it's for the holidays. But anyway, I love you all. Until next time, keep that same energy, and I will see you soon. Pink Friday 2, #1 album in the world. Well, not the world, the U.S. You get what I'm saying. Y'all got it. Nicki, she won again. All right, bye. Now, how do I end this thing? Oh, brother.